Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona channel in English. Well, today we have some news to talk about the market, about players who could leave, who could come, and about how Koeman is going to manage to face the team without Messi, or to manage the team without Messi, better said. So without more delay, let's start. Well, it seems that if yesterday we were saying that MTT didn't want to leave, he heard our words. And of course not, but well, let's imagine that yes. And he decided that he started to open his mind to leave as a loan. Of course, Barcelona wants to let him go as a transfer, but no team is going to sign him after that knee injury. And in this moment, it seems that the offers he has on the table are from the Olympique de Lyon and from the Rome. Both teams are thinking of making him an offer of bringing him as a loan. So, well, this could be an option to make him go to another team and at least save his salary for 1 year. A salary that is quite high, actually. Also, a player who we can't say he can leave because he doesn't want to leave. Riqui Puig doesn't want to leave. His dream is to have minutes in Barcelona and also to show his capacity in the team. No, in this moment there are some teams. We didn't know which teams exactly, but it seems that there are some teams interested in Riqui Puig. They have asked for his situation, but they didn't make any offers yet. And actually, in any case, Riqui Puig said, well, if there is any team interested in me, as Koeman doesn't count on me, because it seems that Koeman doesn't count on him anyway, then let me go. But there is nothing like that. Even though Laporta told Koeman to give more minutes to Riqui Puig, it seems that there are other players that Koeman prefer them. No, for example, Gavi, Demir, Nico. No, they are players who just came to Barcelona and they have had minutes instead of Riqui Puig, that he has been here for 3 years, if I'm not wrong, and still he didn't get his position on the team. Well, talking about players who could stay or leave, it seems that this option, this barter between Aubameyang, however, I can't pronounce the name. So if he comes, I have a problem. This barter between Coutinho and Aubameyang, it seems more complicated because today, if I'm not wrong, or maybe yesterday, I'm not sure, I don't follow the Real Madrid news, because Arsenal paid 40 million euros to get Odegaard, the player from Real Madrid. Actually, Arsenal had him last year as a loan, and Madrid, a team that got Odegaard with 16 years old for 2 million euros, thinking he's going to be a very good player. Actually, he's a very good player. When I saw him playing, I like it. But of course, in Real Madrid, it's the same problem as in Barcelona. There are many players, many good players with a lot of competition. And it seems that as Martin Odegaard plays more or less the same position as Coutinho has more problems and more difficulties to be able to go to Arsenal, which was one of the teams interested in him, as Everton, and I don't remember. Actually, from Premier League, he had some teams interested in him, but none of them made a real offer. So in this moment, Coutinho will stay, and if he stays, as Griezmann and him, they have the highest salaries in this moment. It seems that after the reduction of Jordi, Alba, Sergi Roberto, and Busquets, these two players will reduce their salaries too. Let's analyze, because actually Barcelona, the idea of Barcelona is the reduction of all the salaries. It's not just few of them, it's everyone, every player whose salary is out of the market, they want to reduce it. Also because we have the problems, and also because later if we want to sell them, now we are finding the problem that any team can pay what we are paying for them, and they can't make any offer. So that's the idea of Barcelona. One, the reduction of the salaries, and two, be able later to put them in other teams without having this handicap. Actually, Laporta said that the idea is to touch everyone's salaries, not just these ones. As I said before, the only ones who they will not touch is the new ones who just came. Depay, Garcia, Kun Agüero, and Emerson. Actually, remember, with Garcia, we had some problems because they had an agreement, or he had an agreement with Bartomeu, and Laporta said that that's not possible. So you can imagine. But of course, these two players, they earn a lot of money. Coutinho, because Griezmann, okay, he earns a lot, but he produces a lot of money for Barcelona too. But Coutinho is not exactly the same case, and we are paying for him more than what we get. So that's important. And anyway, if they stay, they will have to reduce their salaries, and like this, the economy of the club will recover. Remember, yesterday we talked about Coutinho and the number 10 that Barcelona offered him. Well, in sports, which information I don't know if I should trust, they say that that's not true. The idea of the club is not giving the number 10 to anyone this year. Actually, La Liga doesn't allow to do that, doesn't allow to keep the one number out of the options. But Barcelona is the idea of Barcelona is not giving the number to anyone, and in case they need to give this number to one of the players, they will give it to one player from the youth teams. So, as Coutinho came from Liverpool, he doesn't match with this criteria, no? One of the players, well, I think everyone thinks and agrees that if we have to give the number 10 to a player, that player should be Ansu Fati. Sadly, that means a lot, because that's a very heavy responsibility for a young player, because remember, Messi took some years to get number 10, and Ansu Fati suddenly is going to get the number 10, and he's, if I'm not wrong, 18 or 19 years old, so it's too fast. And maybe we make him has a pressure that he didn't expect, and that may affect his how he plays. No, but maybe no. Actually, Barcelona said that was always the fear. At the end, he played as well as always. We don't know, no. And as we were talking before, as Coutinho may not leave and Aubameyang may not come, Barcelona is thinking of getting Arambarri, the player from Getafe. Actually, it's not the only team. Barcelona wants him to improve the midfielders. Remember, we are still looking for a midfielder to improve our power. But actually, there are many teams interested in this player. Valencia, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Manchester United even. And the president of Getafe, Ángel Torres, he always said the same. Whoever wants the player has to pay 25 million euros, because that's his cancellation clause. So that's the problem to get this player, that I think he did a good season with Getafe, even though Getafe last year was not that good as before, but well, And last one, let's talk about Koeman, about what's his plan. We are going to analyze a bit. Of course, it's not my analysis, it's analysis I read, and I thought it was interesting to share with you. So, well, you remember one of the things that Koeman started doing that last year sometimes happened, sometimes didn't happen. It was the pressure. The pressure of the team. Actually, that was one of the things that they started doing Barcelona in the first match. They played quite good because of that. The pressure, if you remember, Depay lost a ball and, well, Memphis, sorry. And since the rivals area came back to the midfield to get the ball. So that's quite good. Actually, something that Pep Guardiola did when he was in Barcelona. It's something that worked quite good. And if we play with that pressure, the goals against us or the chances to receive a goal are less. Actually, that's something that Barcelona has improved, supposedly, because we have strengthened our defense. And actually, I think the duo of Piqué and Eric Garcia, or probably Piqué and Araujo could work quite good. No, sorry, Piqué. No, I wanted to say Eric Garcia and Araujo too could work quite good. I think that's very good and a strong center back. Also, one of the things that Koeman has insisted is the goal. Remember, last year Messi scored the 30 goals, but now we don't have Messi. And Koeman said, like he said it before too, if we want to score, we have to do it for everyone. So he's going to ask the forwards, but also the midfielders, and even though some of the right and left backs ask them to score, and the defense too, some of them. Also, he's going to try to go with to play with the young players. That's something that it matches with Barcelona's philosophy. And that's something he's doing with, for example, Gavi, Demir, Nico. Let's see now this week with Atletico Madrid. And also he's trying to recover players that we've lost. For example, players like Coutinho. If we cannot sell him, what can we do? The best we can do is try to use him to play. Well, try not to use him. Try to make him play and give him his chances. And maybe, we don't know, maybe the problem was that Messi's presence was so intimidating for the other players that they were afraid to do what they needed to do. And maybe this year they go one step up and they show their capacity. We don't know, but since this moment, I can say that Griezmann, for example, is one of these players. And maybe Coutinho, we don't know. We will have to see him on the field, maybe this weekend, who knows. And also something that Koeman has changed is the system. The system, the 4-3-3, that it was like the Saint Grail. Well, the Saint system of Barcelona has changed, and now he prefers to have 4-3-3, 3-4-3, or even the 3-5-2, and that it depends on the match, on the circumstances of the match, etc. So, well, that's something I like. I mean, you can adapt the team and be unexpectable. The problem is that Koeman, sometimes it seems that he becomes unexpectable even for his players, and he doesn't study the matches properly. I don't know. That's the impression I have, that he tries to have his own philosophy with the team, so it doesn't matter which is the rival, and it's not like that. You have to analyze the rival to modify some things in your team to improve and to receive less goals and create more chances, even without losing your philosophy. Well, I'm not Mr. Koeman, and I guess we don't have the same idea of managing the team, even though my father knows Koeman personally. He told me one day that when I wasn't born, when Koeman was a football player, they met in a hospital because my father was an ambulance driver, and they met, and he was like, he didn't know, my father never liked football, and he didn't know Koeman, and Koeman was like, you don't know me? My father was like, no, I'm Koeman, I'm a football player. I don't know. Of course, I wasn't born, so what can I do? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching us and see you in the next video. Bye. Have a nice day.